Yondering Rogers, and we just thought we would spend a little bit of time telling the story of our first few days out on the road. The first time we were not stationary, so we actually stayed in our fifth wheel for 7 months before we actually took it out on the road. So that first day, were you scared that first day to like hook it up to the truck and like practice?
A little bit. I had to take it out in practice. I never pulled anything that was 41 feet before, so that was
right.
new. And so I took it out in practice and felt pretty comfortable with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Characteristics were there of a normal truck.
Were you scared, Riley?
A little bit, like nervous.
Yeah. Asher isn't in this video tonight, but anyway, yeah, it's like just driving the truck, but then suddenly you can feel that pull of like all that weight behind you. But our first night, we actually left July 8th, and we didn't go very far. We just went into the next state, which was Arkansas, and we stayed at a really cool place, didn't we? Yeah. It was this winery that lets RVers stay for free for a night, and it was right next to this really pretty pond with geese or ducks. Were they geese or ducks?
They were geese, and I saw a few bullfrogs.
Yep. And then that night we were trying to escape the heat in our camper, so we drove up the hill. We had read these reviews about a church that had beautiful scenery, and so we were like, you know what, let's go do that. So we took some great pictures up there of the beautiful views you could see for miles from that church up there at the top of the hill. And then our second day out on the road, we actually made it to Wichita to see our friends, the Garwoods, and we got to stay with them for a couple of days. So we took a break from travel. We parked our camper right in front of their house. I'm pretty sure she has a picture of that somewhere. And we went swimming, and Riley and Asher got to have sleepovers with the girls there, and we spent some really great times with them over the weekend. We got to go to a place called Chicken and Pickle.
Pickle Courts.
Yeah, so they had like all these activities for us to do. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part of like going to Chicken and Pickle,
Yeah.
would have been the spinny seats.
Yeah, so they were sitting in these spinning tops, and Asher fell right out, and that was hilarious. And then we had some really yummy food and fun times, got to watch a movie, got to swim at night, and their pool, it was so great. And then the day after we went to Wichita, we stayed at a horse motel. Our first time.
Nebraska.
Yeah, in Nebraska. That was really, really pretty. We got some great pictures there.
I got to pet a few horses. I
Yep.
got to pet
3 horses, yep. And we met a professional horseback rider who was like just a little bit older than you.
Yeah, she went like, she had 2 horses. One was like older and one was a bit young. And she would just go in these like places, and she got like belts,
Barrel
right?
rider.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she got a belt.
She got a belt buckle. Yep. She placed.
Yep. So that was really cool. And then we stayed in Nebraska for a whole other day of travel, a long day of travel. We got to Scotts Bluff. It was beautiful. There were sunflowers growing just on the side of the road. I have never seen anything like that. That was beautiful. And we stayed at a nice little campground in town, right there in Scotts Bluff, Riverside Campground. And they had a really cool playground and dog park, and there was this walk along the river. And the next morning, we went to our first national monument as a family this time, and the kids got to become junior rangers. That was so cool.
Junior Ranger at Scotts Bluff. And
Yeah.
it was so fun just looking around for all the answers to questions.
Yeah.
And then doing the pledge, and it was fun.
Yeah, Asher loved it too. And we got to see where the actual wagon trains went through on there, yeah, on the Oregon Trail. Yeah, it was really, really pretty.
History was alive.
Yeah, it was cool. The kids got to see what was inside a wagon on the wagon trains, and that was a beautiful day. And after we left that park, we actually drove north into South Dakota into the Black Hills, and we saw what?
Mount Rushmore.
Yes, we got to see Mount Rushmore, but we also saw prairie dogs, which are not on the same level, but somehow that day they were kind of. Yeah, they were
Just
adorable.
poking out of these holes. And
Yeah,
I saw
and
a few babies.
I don't think we got any pictures because we were kind of like driving and it was a little hard to get pictures of the prairie dogs, but we're going back to the Black Hills,
Yeah.
so we will definitely get pictures of the prairie dogs. And then, yes, so we stayed at a restaurant that day in the back of their parking lot. And
By a creek.
yeah, right by a creek. We didn't need any air conditioning because it was like 70, 65, 70 degrees. It was so beautiful. And that night is the night we went to Mount Rushmore. And you tried, what, do you remember the name of the ice cream?
It was Thomas Jefferson ice cream.
Thomas Jefferson Vanilla. Yeah, it was so good.
Recipe, Thomas Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was a good ice cream cone, and which Riley has good ice cream like pretty much everywhere she goes. But anyway, so then the next day we actually got to drive all the way to we went through Wyoming and on some really steep grades. I think those roads were pretty steep, and then we got up here to Montana where we are. And so we will have more videos about what life is like in Montana here. But
It's hot.
it is hot. It's a little bit warm. In fact, even right now at like 7, it's almost 8 o'clock here, mountain time, and I'm pretty sure it's still in the high 90s outside. So, you know, we're making it, but we got to go swimming today. We'll post some videos and pictures of those too.
We went to Yellowtail.
Yes, don't spoil it. We're gonna do a video about that. So that'll be our next video. Okay. So be sure you are subscribed so that you can follow and get notifications when we post our next video. We are so thankful for all of our people who are following us and keeping up with our travels. So we hope you all have happy trails and happy yondering.